All right, hello from the Northland, everyone. We're at Hanson's Auto Service right now in Rockford, Minnesota. I just got home from work and I thought, I should probably do a tire rotation. First time since I've owned the car, and we have just under 6,000 miles on it. I try to do it every other oil change. I know I probably could go a few more miles, but I figured what the heck, the weather's nice and I had time, so I thought I would go ahead and rotate the tires. So anyway, I noticed that one of the tires was just a little bit low, like about 2 pounds, nothing major. And I thought, okay, well, I'll fill it up. Maybe it's a temperature thing, whatever. When I got the tire off, I noticed a screw in there. So it had been a pound or two low for quite a while, so I'm not sure it was actually leaking air, but I thought, I better go ahead and get this taken care of. Otherwise, Murphy's going to find me at the least opportune time. It's either going to be late at night on some deserted road or it's going to be at the drag strip. So since Hanson's was open and they were just down the street, the weather's beautiful, they had time to get me in, and so I thought I would go ahead and just get this taken care of. Anyway, so big shout out to Hanson's for getting me in. I appreciate them. And in a little bit here, I'm going to wash the car, and then we'll hopefully fill in those rock chips with the touch-up paint pen, whatever that I got from Ford. It looks like it's a little bit better system than the old days. Old school used to be a cheap little nylon brush on the end of a cheap-ass plastic stick, and trying to be precise with that and not just make it look like some fifth grader painted your car was pretty impossible. So this is actually a little bit better system, much finer point on it. It's kind of a shake and you push and the paint comes out, I think. But anyway, so hopefully we'll get that taken care of, and so like I said, I'll show you that in a little bit. All right, so we got the judge back home. Big shout out to Dave and Tom at Hanson's Auto Service. Got me into their schedule and got the tire fixed, and we should be good to go now. He said that the screw did go all the way through, so I'm glad we got that taken care of. We got all the tires rotated and everything looks in good shape. So I'm confident that now when we get to the track, we're not going to have an issue, at least not with tires. So all right, next up, paint chips. All right, hello everybody, and welcome to the Northland. So I got this product, bought it from Ford. I think I mentioned I was gonna pick it up. This is the touch-up paint system. Now it's kind of cool actually. So this little tip here, it looks like the part of a Q-tip stem or something. Anyway, so you're supposed to use that to clean up any rust or dirt or anything like that. So seeing as it's a new car, I don't have any rust, thankfully, and there is no dirt. I didn't actually wash the car yet because I'm going to take the car to a car show on Saturday, so I was kind of waiting, and I wanted to do that on Friday, but I wanted to take care of this now, knowing that it was going to need more than one coat. I wanted to make sure it had time to dry in between. So it's kind of a neat little system. I'm going to try and do this one-handed. You take, there it is. So you take this, you take the top off, and you have, I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to try and highlight it against my skin. Little tip. You shake it up real well, and then push down, or up, or whatever, wherever your problem is, and paint flows onto that little tip, which is a lot nicer than trying to use one of those stupid cheap-ass nylon paint brushes with the plastic stem, and then you get done and it looks like a fifth grader painted your car. So I put the base coat on yesterday. I actually recorded it, but it didn't turn out real well. You couldn't see. I tried closing the garage door to cut down on glare. I tried to use a light to highlight the area so that you could see it better, and it just didn't show up on camera real well. So unfortunately I can't show you that, but I can show you the after effect. Now today I'm going to put on the top coat, and There is also a brush in here, one of those cheap-ass brushes I was just talking about. And I don't think I'm going to use that yet. I'm going to try using this again for the next coat, just because this is a little bit more fine. If it was a bigger area, maybe I'd use the brush. But I mean, those two little spots caused by that rock are no more bigger than the end of a number 2 pencil. So I don't want to put a whole huge swath of paint from a paintbrush on there. Just a little dab, just to cover up the area. So what I did yesterday turned out real well. Now, I say that with tongue-in-cheek because I'm not able to get it in the sun yet. And I think that once I get it in the sun, it's probably going to be a little bit more visible. But at least right now, it doesn't stand out like a turd in a punch bowl. Of course, I'm always going to know up here that it's there, no matter how good I do this. So, but with that being said, it's a lot better than what it was. Like I said, it doesn't stand out from 20 yards away. At least now, if you're going to see it, you really have to get up on it and inspect it in order to see it. So I'm going to flip this around, and I'll show you the spots after the first coat. All right, so I don't know if this is, probably still can't see it, but that's the spot right there. You can see it a little bit, I guess. That was the biggest, the worst one. So you can see it's, I mean, you really have to almost stare at it in order to see it. So that's after first coat. So I think that turned out real well. The second one, I don't know if I'm going to, yeah, right there. That right there is the second one. So hopefully we're going to put this second coat on today, and hopefully it'll be somewhat as good as new anyway. So, all right, I'm going to click you back on here as soon as I get this done. All right, so I got the top coat on. I don't know if I'm more happy, less happy. Maybe I should have just left it. It's far from perfect. No matter how hard you try, it's really hard to just get just barely enough paint on there. First I had too much on, and it looked just like a blob of paint. So I quickly was able to wipe that off, and then I tried using the brush, and kind of the same thing happened. And it just does not take very much. And even using that little tip, anyway, I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so it bothers me that it's there and that it's not perfect. And no matter what I do, it's not going to be perfect, since this isn't a paint and body shop. And whatever, I'm not sanding the door down for those two little spots. So I guess it is what it is. But anyway, I will be at Cars and Coffee this Saturday, May 1st. The event is at Mystic Lake Casino. There should be signage up to let you know where to go. If you're out there, stop in, say hi. If you have a copy of my book, bring your book. I'll be happy to sign it for you. I think the event runs from 8 to 11 a.m., if I'm not mistaken, something like that. Again, so I do plan on being out there. And then we're having the Steeda lowering springs put in. That is coming up on Thursday, so that'll actually be in by the time the car show is here, hopefully, providing they don't have any problems, which they shouldn't. And hopefully I can get some video on that, and I'll upload that probably. I don't know. It depends on, I guess, on how long the car show is and stuff. I don't know if I'll combine the two or not, but I'll figure something out. I'll either put the suspension video up and then the car show video after, or maybe I can combine the two if I don't get too record happy here. So one other thing I wanted to mention is, since this rock chip stuff happened, one thing I was thinking about doing, and I'd like to know, seriously, I want to know what your thoughts are in the comments below. one of the things I'm thinking about doing is taking it back to Tint Pros when I have the maintenance done for the ceramic coat. I contacted Liz out there who handles pretty much all their customer service stuff. And initially I sent her a picture of one of Rusty Wallace's cars. Since I am a big fan of his, it'd be something probably similar to this car right here. Anyway, so I was thinking about, oops, cover up the camera. One of the things I was thinking about doing was having a wrap done on the car. Like that. Of course, it wouldn't be Grand Prix on the front splitter. I'd have probably Mustang on the front bumper, and I wouldn't have his name above the door. I mean, there's some other little things that I would change. And I know they have some new reflective material or something. She said it would look really cool. And I think it would look good too. I'm just not so sure if that's kind of a childish thing to do or not. My wife is, I mean, she's okay with it. And again, I think it would look cool, but I just wonder about, you know, several years down the road. I mean, I've seen some cars like with Jeff Gordon or Dale Earnhardt done on them, and it's like after they become older cars, they just look kind of cheesy. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. The other thing I was thinking about doing is if these paint chips continue to bother me, is to have the car wrapped. I don't know if I'll do it in just plain black, like it is. I don't have to change much, or if I should do something crazy like an iridescent color, or maybe like a really pretty candy apple red maybe, or that way it matches my red interior. I don't know. Anyway, if you guys have any cool thoughts on that, let me know again in the comments below. If you have any pictures that you know of, send me a link to them and I'll check them out. And I look forward to uploading these future videos, and hopefully you guys will like those. So smash that like and subscribe button. It would sure help the channel out. I would really appreciate it. Share it with anybody you think might have any interest. And like I said, please put your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you all in the next video.